don't know. I don't like. That's weird.
It's the Julia.
All right.
He's gonna fuck with. I fuck with my hat the whole like it'll be.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Just a little real quick adjustment.
I'm good.
Leave it alone.
All right. Yeah,
You're gonna be there the whole time yelling at him about his hat. I feel like
Sorry.
I would enjoy that.
Okay, before you guys get started.
All right, we already started. Pre-pro stuff.
Maybe you're running for like an hour.
Let's do it.
Now, I mean,
It's 9:40.
You guys are getting a sneak peek of pre-pro.
Yeah, an hour. About. I mean, if it starts to. Yeah, about like let's shoot for an hour, dude.
We can do it.
Gotta be home.
It's gonna be easy.
I told the miss.
So just flag me down.
Yeah, I'll give you the signal.
Because we started like 30 seconds ago.
You don't tell him that you have a time limit, you will go forever.
Well, my wife will just.
It's
She's a fucking. Cut my dick off, man. I gotta be home.
oh yeah,
Like,
we
who
don't-
you been seeing? Your phone app. You've been out here on the fucking east side.
Your friend wears lotion with glitter
You're
in
like,
it.
there's plus what? If I come home with glitter and shit on me, that will be a fucking issue. Come like smell like another woman's food and glitter. Be like, oh
yeah.
I will cut your dick off.
Why does it smell home cooked?
Came home one day. She was watching the Lorena Bobbitt documentary. Do you remember? You remember who that is?
Yeah.
She cut her husband's wiener off.
Oh no,
yeah.
we're gonna.
She was like taking notes. Dude. She was like writing notes.
There's a reason why I don't know her.
No, I'm just teasing. No, she's great, dude. She's just with the baby.
No, I mean Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh yeah,
Lorena
that happened
Hatchet.
when we were like kids, dude. And I just remember it just being really fucked up. You mentioned Gallo, dude. Gallo did a comedy show with
Shout out to Jake.
with that guy that got his penis cut off.
Oh,
That guy does comedy now, and I think they were in Vegas, and
they
did a comedy show with that guy, and he talked about obviously getting his dick cut off.
Ooh,
I can't remember his fucking name, but
you can't remember his name after that. Like,
well, no, I remember Bobbitt. Lorena was cut his dick off, and I think they had the same last name.
I'd forget his name if he'd just be the guy that got his dick cut off.
Yeah, well, at least he's embracing it, doing comedy, doing jokes.
Yeah,
about it.
because he doesn't have a choice. Because somebody like me, if I went on after him, that's all I'm talking about.
Yeah, I get.
You sit down when you pee.
I think they put it back on. I don't know the details.
Oh shit!
I didn't watch the fucking documentary. My wife came in. She was like, "Oh," and fucking put her notebook away and turned off.
Why do y'all like those murder? You know what?
Oh, the murder. Yeah, that's what my wife says. Yeah, that's what my wife says too. It like holds her attention.
Yeah.
But she also watches like the Kardashians as well. So she watches like dumb reality. But like the shit that holds her attention is like some murder stuff.
Bored and you have nothing to do and you've already watched all of your shows.
Yeah.
Then you go to like
Death.
true crime TV.
Yeah. What's your favorite? Do you like just the murder?
Completely different.
All of it?
I like medical shows.
Okay.
So all the like Chicago Med, The Resident,
Okay.
Anatomy.
Nice,
I
dude.
like those kind of shows.
The
Gotcha.
firefighters with their
Like,
shirts
it'd be like
off.
all murder all the
Gotta put
time.
this fire out.
Special victims unit.
Oh, that's a 3rd-degree burn. I'm gonna
No,
have to put some
my wife-
cream on that.
Oh, nice. No.
She likes those shows.
Oh, okay. Those are cool. My mom's a doctor, so I grew up watching that sort of that
So
stuff.
I wanted to be a surgical nurse.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I am
That's
very
gnarly, dude.
interested in surgeries and
Yeah.
operations
Fuck
and
that, dude.
medical.
Yeah. You like the blood? Like you're in there. Like when your kids are hurt, you're like, let me fucking
I want to be the person
Some stitches.
Like, in the surgery room when they'd be like, stop
Yeah.
pulling on me.
Fuck. Dude, no, not me, dude. I can handle some of it, but fucking
No, I want to see.
Artie, I think, does that. The guy we do comedy with.
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
I
Hey,
think-
shout
but I
out
think
to
it's
Artie.
more like fucking fake boobies and,
You good, Riley? You
and
okay.
facelifts and stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, this was a dope little intro, a
Yeah,
little
what's up?
pre-pro intro. But hey, real quick though,
Kind of how my show goes. Talking about TV shows.
yeah, it
movies.
just happens.
Yeah.
As always, I know y'all wondering who I have here. This guy
Which guy?
has been. He's on my Mount Rushmore in Ventura County for
man.
comics.
That's very nice.
He is in my top 3. You guys have heard me mention him before. Every show that I go to that he's in, he kills it. Every open mic that doesn't even matter to anybody, he kills it. You heard me talk about Justin. You heard me talk about fucking Jake.
Gallo.
Jake Gallo, to be specific.
Yeah.
We have one of my favorite comedians in the house. I got super excited when he said, I want to do your show.
Oh wow, man. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you.
Ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, Russell Salmar?
No, not even close.
No.
Samler.
Samler. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Russell Sam. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but thank you for all that, man. That's very nice of you to say, dude.
I mean every word.
I'm still figuring it out myself, so like that's very nice. Thank you.
For me, it's the I don't know how to call it. It's like the nicest aggressive approach ever.
What do you mean? Oh,
Like
like
the
how
way
I go.
how you deliver and how you tell your
that's
joke.
kind of I mean, that's a good way to put it because I'm not mean, but it is aggressive. Like I'll go at people. I mean, we're performing in dive bars and people are like drinking, not paying attention. So you gotta like get there. I mean, that's what I say is like you gotta fucking get a hold of them somehow. And it's like usually aggressive, but I try to compliment. I don't ever be like, "Hey, nice shirt, dickhead." Like, you know what I mean? I don't do that. Like it's just more like usually like compliment a dude. Like it's always drunken dudes. So I'm like, "Hey, handsome, how's it going?" Like or some shit like that. It's
you having a good time?
Mic,
Yeah,
you know?
you right there. You having a good time? Good. Maybe I'll get you a beer. Maybe you get me a beer. It's like,
yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, that's a good move. I have done that. Definitely bought a dude a beer or yeah, definitely they've reciprocated. Yeah, like last week, a dude. Yeah, it's fun. It's always fun, dude. That's what I shoot for.
It's my
like,
favorite.
If I'm having fun. Like we're having fun, you know. So.
It's you and Jake. It's somewhat similar, and then I think maybe
sure.
Brandon Follett. He's somewhere there. But you two specifically, you guys are my favorite ones just because of like I don't know what it is about aggression.
Angry white dudes yelling at motherfuckers. I think Jake's Italian. I mean, I'm like an Irish Jew. But yeah, we're pretty similar. Like Jake and I get along real well. We've done like ever since
you
I
guys
started.
done a ton of shows together. Seems like
yeah. Well, I've been doing it for just for over 4 years now, and I think Jake like a few years more than me. But since I've come in, like I've looked up to Jake, and yeah, we've just done a lot of shows together. Like traveled, dude. We've traveled to like the middle of the desert in the middle of nowhere together for like hours each way. So it's like yeah, we've hung out quite a bit, and we get along pretty well.
Yeah, I noticed it with because it seems like you, him, and Artie are the trio. That's how it seems. Because I've only been doing this for a couple months, so I'm still somewhat of an outsider.
Yeah, that's still. I mean, I've only doing it 4 years, and I consider myself like new. But yeah, I mean, I think it's just one of those things that you've been. Thanks. I think it's just one of those things like you've been around. Like long enough where like some people will stick around for a few months or like a year or so and they'll kind of like move away or just stop doing comedy maybe. But with Jake and Artie, like we kind of hit it off right away. Or at least when I started, they've both been doing it longer than me. But yeah, those two work together producing shows. I tried producing one show and it's like a different thing as opposed to just performing.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I love those guys. They've given me like great advice and put me on shows. So yeah, they're great, dude. I mean, they're good dudes. I can't say enough.
Yeah, and shout out to Artie. He's put me on a couple shows.
Yeah,
he's the one who turned me into a professional. You know, he's like, here's some money, go make people laugh.
Bucks.
I was like,
yeah, I'm pretty sure Artie was maybe not the first, but one of the first people definitely to give me like a booked gig or just be nice, like kind of how you started the show and we're saying nice things. Mm-hmm. Honestly, because at this point it's like $25 to $40. Like I don't know how much the most you've been paid, but it's not like a life changing.
Yeah, it's not. So stick to your day jobs. Don't think you can just jump up here and do this.
No, I mean I not made money because that's the thing. It's not sustainable at the level we're at. But it's
I didn't make money, but I did get paid. There's a difference.
No. Well, to me, what I was gonna say is like the thing at this level for me is like hearing like other comedians like yourself or Artie or Jake who actually like what I'm doing or again like you were nice enough to say that you like my stuff. Not everyone's so forthcoming with compliments. You know what I mean?
I've
been
noticed.
Around where people are like,
I've noticed. There's some of y'all. I mean, look, I'm a nice guy. I'm not gonna do no names on here. I mean, I'll tell you to you
off camera.
But
fuck it, say some name now.
Some of y'all might need to humble yourselves, and stop being scared to laugh. But
I think comedians I don't mind saying this is like one of the things I realized early on doing comedy is comedians are kind of terrible audience members.
Horrible.
Like I don't shoot to see like for the other comedians, like if it's a bar full of comedians and like half and half, like half comedians, half just people drinking, like I'll try to keep my attention on the other people.
Right.
I mean, there are some comedians that will pay attention and laugh and watch, but even me, like it's almost impossible when you go to open mics all the time to watch like 10 to 12 people multiple nights. So it's like I try to stick in there and watch as many people as I can, but it does get to a point where it's like I got to step outside.
Right, of course.
You know, they're like the socialization with the other comics. But yeah, you're right, dude. Some people are like fucking in the back, like talking like super loud, and it's just like
it's like, man, you know how I'm feeling right now. Like,
yeah,
I stick it out.
You're bombing, and people are in the back like having fun talking.
Like, oh, this was not funny, anyways. Fuck him.
Well,
anyways.
Well, I mean, you might think that, but they're just in their own world.
Of
like,
course.
I don't think they're talking shit. I mean, I haven't heard anybody talk shit about you specifically. People do talk shit, of course. But.
Oh yeah, people talking shit. Because I always think of what would I say about myself? Like, who's this new guy that just? Because I always get that I'm natural at it, and I guess with that comes a certain confidence or cockiness. But I mean, shit. After getting nothing but good feedback, I mean, shit. I'm nice at this.
Okay.
You know, it's like I only think it because you think it. Like I just did a show in Palmdale.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people there.
Nice. Dude.
There was a lot of
good
people.
Show, huh? Yeah, I was wondering about that because it was like 12 hours or something.
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
It was really, really good.
Nice.
I had a good time.
How long of your set did you do?
20 minutes.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, that's a good amount of time.
I did 20 minutes and I didn't feel it.
Yeah, well, that's when, if you're having a good set. That's a long time, dude. How many months you been?
I've literally, maybe like 5 months max.
Okay. Yeah, that's a long time for like only being, I mean, that like most of the time we're doing like 5 to 8 minute sets.
Right. When I first did it, because I want to get to that too, like when you first started.
Sure.
When I first started, I did 7 minutes, but it felt like hell because I didn't know how I was doing. I was too worried about what people thought. I was too worried about being laughed at instead of me making them laugh. But
yeah,
how long did it take you to get over? How long? I'm gonna ask it raw, like how I normally ask it. How long did it tell you? How long did it take you to stop giving a fuck about getting a laugh?
Well, I still do. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, that's still. When I don't do well, dude, it genuinely, it ruins, like, the next couple days. Like, even at open mics, like, I don't want to say pressure, but it's just when it doesn't go well or you get nothing, like, it does really bother me. So I still do worry about being funny. Like, that's my main concern. But nowadays, like, I'll try more shit. Where it's like, I'm going to say this. I'm not really worried if that part doesn't work. Like, I'll work on a tool to like make it funny or I mean, I don't know. That's a really hard question to answer. I hope I'm answering it, but it's like,
no, you're good.
I still definitely care a lot. Like I haven't achieved any level of like, I don't give a fuck because I definitely do. I still get really fucking nervous even before those open mics. Like next time you notice like the on deck spot, right? Like you're next. Like I'll start pacing.
Yeah,
like, I'll literally start pacing. Like I can't talk to anybody and like I'll really get nervous. And once I like ride that anxious, nervous energy up on stage and like kind of get the first thing going, that's when it like
got it. Okay,
I chill the fuck up. But that's why I think like your point earlier was it's aggressive. Because I think it's just like all this fucking like you know what I mean? It's like before a game, I used to play sports. You'd get that same kind of like. It's
let's like a little bug in your stomach, like like fuck, I've done this before. Like, why am I feeling?
Well, I try to turn it into that, but it doesn't. It kind of it's this weird emotion. Like it's like sports, but like you're doing comedy, so it's something. It's just a lot, and I think I come up there kind of hot. Like I can't just fucking stand there. Like some guys are just like standing in the pocket and they're doing jokes. Like
I've tried it, but sitting
really
down though,
I fucking can't. Like I can't sit down. Like it just makes me feel uneasy, and I don't even think I've ever even tried to sit down on stage. Like it's just a lot of fucking, like I've been waiting all this time and 8 fucking minutes, and I'm gonna
fucking
go for it.
For me, it was more so like, okay, I know, like, cause I'm up there, I'm taking the whole stage.
That's what I mean.
Animated.
Like you're back and forth, like you're using the whole stage. Whereas like some dudes are like they take the fucking mic out and they're just there. They're there.
Right.
Like there's not going to be much of I guess performance. That's the thing. I was
there's the word.
Like and I was talking to Theo Blue about this. He's a really good
sir.
comedian,
Yep. Shout out to Theo.
joke writer, dude. Like he writes jokes fucking beautifully. Where it's like, if I'm being honest with what I think of my ability, it's like I'm not a good joke writer. I'm a better performer. Where like I go up there and I'm like, because to be honest, if just my opinion, it's like I'm not Sam Morril, I'm not Mark Norman, I'm not Anthony Jeselnik, where like these 8 words are gonna make up a fucking banger.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna kind of be up there like fucking with people in the crowd, or like it's a performance. Like I need to use all these tools to
big time.
Like I can't just fucking stand there. Like I don't have the skill set yet. So my skill set is definitely, I guess back to your original question, is like I realize I'm a better performer. Like I can't just write a joke in a notebook and then go up and fucking do it. I do that. I try to, but it's just like when I'm up there, it doesn't fucking come out that way. It doesn't happen that way. It's like a ball of fucking nervous energy that's just like released. You know what I mean?
Because so you damn near hit the nail on the head. Because for me, like the only reason why I've tried to sit down was because, again, it was like I'm worried about, like, is it just me being up here being goofy funny, or is what I'm saying actually funny? So there's a couple of sets that I did where I did grab the stool and I just sat there and I just talked shit, and it worked.
Right.
So I was, really surprised. But I did it a couple times. I got it out of the way, and I went back to what I know, which is I'm going to be over here. I'm going to be over there. I'm going to be in the middle. Like I'm filling up the whole stage.
Sure.
What made you decide to get up on the stage? Like, do you remember your very first set?
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
How did
100%.
that go?
It went okay. It was at Copper Blues, which is the store right next to Levity Live. So it was up on that.
Oh, really yeah. Well, I was thinking about Q Club for some reason. Yeah.
And then what we did, I've done Q Club one time. That was a fun time. I've done all the dive bars in the 805.
Oops.
No, but my first was Copper Blues, and it was actually like an elevated, huge stage in a huge fucking room. So it was like super intimidating because it was the huge stage and then like 8 comedians, and none of the comedians were paying attention. But I remember I did a couple jokes that like kind of worked. I mean, they weren't very good jokes, but it went well enough where it was like, okay, well, this was fun. I did well enough to keep doing it. And I specifically remember this because I did a joke about Jason Momoa being handsome and then like The Rock being handsome, like back to back, which is, I mean, you know what I mean? Like I was asking for it. And the guy that followed me, his name's Trey Lamb. He's dude I started doing comedy with, and he's killing it right now. He's working at Wise Guys in Utah. Nice. Anyway, he's fucking killing it. Very funny dude. Younger dude, like 10 years younger than me, and he came up and his first joke was like teasing me about my set, and it was something that like I just didn't. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing too, where it's learning, not just again like writing jokes and performing. It's like this whole other thing where it's like crowd work, what the other comedians are gonna make fun of you, and again, it's just immediately like I was hooked. Is what I'm trying to say. It's like I wasn't offended that he made fun of me. It was just like, oh, this is great. This is awesome. Like you kind of, it's like this club of comedians where, you like you're gonna get made fun of. You're gonna tell jokes. You're gonna have fun. And I was hooked. Yeah, Copper Blues. I remember the exact day. It was November 13th, 2017.
That's kind of good. I can't remember the date.
Yeah.
I just remember Gigi's Cocktails.
That was a Wednesday. So it was a Wednesday of whatever month. Yeah, that's the longest running mic in town. What's
the biggest crowd you performed in front of?
We did Levity Live. We didn't sell tickets. We just give whoever wanted to show up to come in for free and just pay the 2-item minimum deal.
Right.
But it was I don't think full capacity, but almost to capacity. Like it was the 3 tiers. Like it was the.
So that's a couple hundred people.
Yeah, there was just under like 400 people. I don't know the exact number, but it was between like around 350 people, and it was fucking wild, dude. Because when I did a joke, the laughter was kind of so much that it was like it was like I didn't really it was just I wasn't used to it. Like it was a whole new, and it was the only time I've had to do that. Oh, you're at that show at the lab. There was like 60, 70 people.
Yeah, that was good.
I've done that like 60, 70 to maybe 100, like about a dozen times. But the biggest show, to answer your question, was like Levity 3, almost to capacity.
That's dope. Who headlined?
It was Artie. It was Artie produced it, and it was like,
okay. Artie got juice like that. All right.
Well, it was Artie, and then a real good buddy of ours who moved to Austin, Connor Corsentino, I think moved before you started doing it. But he had his friends and family come out. They had like 150. I mean, I had like 40, 50 people for me come out, which was great. But that was just like tapped on, the people that come out for me. But yeah, anyway,
that
was
a
just
lot
like,
of people.
It was, dude. It was unreal, like the support that we had, and we did it a couple months ago, and we had maybe 100 about like the first tier. So I mean, that was a good amount of people. And I've done, decent crowds, but nothing,
That I'm trying to see. I'm trying
still
to get
for
there.
a fucking dozen at Patty's or Gigi's, dude. Like when there's 12 people, I'm like,
my
God,
God,
it'll be a good night, dude.
Patty's, that's killer for me. I've done Patty twice and bombed both times, like because I'm the opposite. I can do 200. I can do a crowd of 200 people, no problem. But a crowd of 2 people,
sure.
I don't think I want to do comedy anymore. Like that, that stings.
Oh, sure, dude. Well, the 200 people, especially if it's at like a comedy club. Because the couple times I've done Levy, like the people that came for a comedy show, or it's like when you're doing a dive bar, like Patty's or Gigi's, like those people came to play pool or drink. Like they didn't.
It took me a while to get over that. I'm not gonna lie.
No, there's some nights, and that's what like earlier on when one of your early questions was just like, dude, some of that shit fucking sucks, dude. And then you got to go to work the next day, and that's all you're thinking about.
It's like, fuck, do I even go? I'm like, do I?
No, I'm gonna keep going, but it was just like, God damn it, that fucking sucks dick, dude.
I was questioning myself. I was like, man, what am I thinking? Like, is this really what I want to do? Are people just lying to me saying that I'm funny? Maybe I should just stop. And then I was like,
think
man,
you shouldn't
fuck
believe
that.
Like any of that, dude. Like honestly, like whether it's good or bad, the review, it's like, because some people, like my favorite thing is when a comic didn't watch your set. And like they're next, and you're like passing each other, and they give you the fist bump, like good set, but you know that they weren't watching, right? And they're just like saying it, so it's just like, and it's like, fuck you, man. You know what I mean? Like you weren't even fucking watching.
I don't want your fake love.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Shoot,
like,
bro.
Say
like, God, you just got here,
or just you saw them from the stage, like they were in the back talking, like or outside smoking a heater. But
the biggest name that you've met and the biggest name that you've performed with or even opened for?
The biggest person I've opened for would I'd have to say Dean Del Rey would be. He's an opener for Bill Burr and is a headliner as well, but he opens for like Bill Burr is the biggest name, and Mark Maron. He was super cool as well to me. I opened for him twice. That was really rad. That was actually at Gigi's. Like, he was super cool, and that was like one of my first big shows where I was like a big name opening for like a made guy, let's say, and it went well. Like I did like 10 or 15 minutes in front of him, and like he saw it and was like, good. Hey, that was pretty good. And then I also got to work with Jeremiah Watkins one time, which I fucking was so nervous, dude, and I didn't bomb, but it wasn't great. Like I was nervous, Yeah, so it was like I was off, like. You know what I mean? But I've been lucky enough to work with some pretty cool people. I've met a few more famous people. With I'm not gonna say their name. Like they were a little less than cool. Like they weren't nice. They weren't too nice. It is what it is. Like they could have just like they're just dismissive, and it was like they weren't like really that rude.
Nah, fuck that. Hey, fuck them, whoever they are. Fuck that.
It's all good. I don't hold a grudge. People. It was just like. Yeah, they were pretty famous. I was like, yeah, they were a little like they might have just wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't even know who the fuck they were.
It happens.
But another dude that was real cool was Josh Adam Myers, the friend of Gallows, he's killer.
He's brought his name up a couple times.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy. Yeah, he was a really cool dude. Like I met him we were doing these park mics, dude, during the pandemic, like just in the middle of the park in Ventura, and he just fucking showed up, dude. Like during. think one of my sets when I came off stage. He's like, "Hey man, that was really funny." I'm like, "Oh, cool, man." And then I found out afterwards who he was. So it was like that was a cool one. Like that compliment always was like, "Oh, fucking yeah, Because I looked up, he's like worked with Bill Burr, he's worked with all these people, and I'm like, "Oh, he's got juice, man." Like that's a cool compliment.
He's kind of a big deal.
Oh, he's a very big deal. Well, that's what I mean when you get compliments from like certain people. It's like that sort of stuff means more than like the few bucks we get. Like when like other comedians say it's funny, or even other just regular people are like, "Hey, you're funny." It's like, yeah, all right. Like when you do Gigi, like when I do Gigi's and fucking those drunk, like the drunken bar patrons are like, "Dude, you're funny," or something. It's like even that. It's like, yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
dude.
that works. I kind of like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like it. I mean, not to be like egotistical in the way. It just mean like it feels good. Like it takes a lot of time and effort to do what we do, and like you were saying, it's like when no one's fucking paying attention, you bomb, and you're like, fuck, man.
Yeah, it hurts.
So
my feelings get hurt. I just feel so low. Like, man.
No, man, we're
I feel
artists.
Stupid now. I feel dumb.
Do you feel dumb like yourself after? Like,
yeah, I just feel like, man, I don't even want to get up and go to work tomorrow. It's it took me a minute because. So with me, like, maybe I shouldn't say. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Maybe like 80%. That other 20% is like, all right, if you guys aren't gonna listen to me, I'm gonna I have to find a way to grab you, and I'm gonna grab you, and then when I got you, that's all I needed, and I'm good. I learned how to keep the show going.
Sure, yeah, no,
that's what it is.
It's doing this sort of stuff is like a skill, dude. Like I did a show a while ago. I was like, oh man, this is like fucking a skill thing. You're watching like Joe Rogan or fucking Burt Kreischer. It's like, oh, they're really good at fucking podcasts. It's like a skill, dude. I
had to treat it like a sport. It's like, okay, if I'm running down a court, fast break, I'm there. The punchline is the layup. I missed the layup. I missed my punchline.
Oh, sure.
Fuck it. I used to feel like, all right, I missed the layup. Coach, take me out of the game. Nope. Get your ass back on defense. Just keep on going to the next joke. And it took me maybe like 7 sets to be like, you know what? Oh, y'all ain't like that one? Well, you might not like this one either, but I'm gonna tell it to you anyways. And then it's like, oh, ha, 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 okay, well, what the fuck did you? And
I think like with you, when I've seen you, it's like the confidence thing. Like you definitely, when you're unconfident or unsure, it should be. You should try your best to mask it, and like it's like these jokes are coming, dude. Like to your point, like
I'm gotta keep going.
Like I used to play baseball, dude. So it's like I equate it to like I'm going up there swinging, dude. Like I came here, like I'm coming to fucking Gigi's. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Like it's just time away from my fucking wife and kid. I take this shit very serious. Like I do. Like I write. I have my notebook with me, and it's like, so like when I go out there, I take it serious. It does affect me. It's like when it doesn't go well, and when it goes well, it's like, yeah, fucking. So but again, I'm not always like, it went well. Even when I fucking get compliments, I have this other voice in the back of my head. It's like, you fucking suck.
Yeah, like, that's me. That's me. Yeah, it was like
I'll have moments to be like, that was good, but then I was like, nah, you suck, dude.
That's
like,
me.
I'll watch my old shit. Like I've been for my like YouTube channel. Like I'm trying to do is like. I'm looking at older clips, and they're from like my first.
Y'all better go subscribe. What you're watching on YouTube, go subscribe.
Please do. Yeah, it's brand new. It's been fun. But going back looking at clips from like 3-4 months in, it was like, yikes, dude. It's like those thoughts of like, dude, I'm pretty good at this. It's like wait 6 months, a year, and go back and watch that because you'll have improved
big time,
and you'll be like, oh.
Big time.
Like your presence and like your stammering. I remember like there was like filler words I'd use and be like the way I'd held the mic and the way I'd stand. It was like passable. Like it was okay. But again, it's like now that I'm 4 years in, I was like, oh, dude, you've developed a lot more tools. Like again, it's just a matter of I think doing it and then kind of watching that shit.
Big time.
Like watching game footage being like,
big
time.
Dude,
I hold a mic like that? Oh, dude, I stand like that? I look like a fucking
asshole.
I sound like an asshole. and I always measure myself up against like the really big names.
Yeah, me too.
So it's like to think like, no, I'm pretty good at this. Like, dude, we're doing fucking dive bars.
I tell Kevin Hart all the time, he better watch the fuck out.
Kev, yeah,
because his time is almost past. Like, watch out,
He's old, right? He's fucking washed up.
The new age Eddie Murphy is here.
Eddie, well, that's the thing. I love seeing Eddie coming back because he's fucking hilarious.
His movie that just came out.
I haven't seen that yet, but the
really good.
His you got that Lifetime Achievement Award, and then what he said You probably saw it. The shit about Will Smith's wife. You didn't see that shit?
I heard about it.
Oh,
I didn't see it,
hilarious,
but I heard about it.
Goddamn funny. He was giving the acceptance.
I think
speech.
it was right though.
100%. Well, he did it in like the Eddie Murphy style and
Right.
cadence, which only he can do, and that's what makes him Eddie. And the way he did it, it was fucking brilliant. And he's fucking great. He's Eddie fucking Murphy.
I'm gonna watch it when I go to bed now.
Yeah, dude, check it out.
Because I heard it was amazing.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking great. There was rumor of him coming back doing stand up.
I would love it.
I think there's too much pressure because he did it when he was like 20, like those really famous specials. I'm like, I think it's been like at least 30 years, right? Like maybe even longer.
It's been a while.
It's like, I don't know. Like Chappelle did it, but it was only 10 years off, I guess. But even Chappelle, I think he was doing sets in between. I mean, I'd love to see Eddie come back, but I just feel like this day and age with the internet, the fucking criticism. I would love to see it.
I think he's gonna kill it. Just because so much has happened, I think he's gonna kill it. And for all these little kids, like, I don't want to use the word generic because Eddie Murphy's far from generic, but
he's Eddie Murphy, dude. So any guy that's like after Eddie Murphy, does that make sense?
It's a hard time. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard time.
Well, it's like Eddie Murphy like made this lane for the Kevin Hart. Like in my opinion, well, I mean, I guess you could debate that, but it's like fucking Eddie's Eddie, dude. Like he's the best.
What's up, man? You good, man? You good over there?
Yeah. He's producer extraordinaire.
Yeah. He just wants to be a part of it. This is all for the kids too, man. Like, cause
dude.
that's the age. That's the age. I mean, off topic, but that's the age that we're in. Everybody wants to be in front of a screen. I just found out.
They probably know more than us, dude. Like dude, it was a challenge, like figuring all this sort of stuff out for me, dude. Like
YouTube University.
Well, yeah, I'd go to you exactly.
YouTube University. I got a master's in YouTube University.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna have to ask you.
All this stuff came from you, like just YouTube reviews. Cause
that's what I did.
If a guy on YouTube that has nothing to lose, he's gonna tell you if this camera is shit.
Right? Yeah.
Like, bro, they don't sponsor me. I can say what the fuck I want. Don't buy it.
Yeah. Or there's like a shot on this, or this is the product. You know.
It's like,
YouTube's fucking around. That's like all I watch, dude.
Oh, so now I don't have any sponsor. Or Angels, go ahead and sponsor me. Shoot me some stuff. Obama, you're around here. Obama, go ahead and send me
some of that book money from fucking
right. I need immunity.
Some of Michelle's book money.
Me and Russell need immunity.
I don't need immunity.
I need immunity.
Fucking book money, dude. Fucking yeah. Let me ask you this, dude. What did you see the statue they unveiled for Dr. King?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
When I first saw it, because I saw a messed up angle on Facebook.
Yeah.
I didn't know what
the
it
hugging
was.
arms or whatever.
I thought it was.
I'm still not sure what it is.
I thought I don't know what it was. I thought it was like a giant turd.
Yeah.
I really thought it was
good,
a giant
right?
turd.
That's what you're getting at.
I was like,
what are we doing here?
Well, I was like, what is this? You guys
spent the man's face.
You guys spent
$10
million on that?
It was $10 million.
Yeah, it was $10 million. I had to.
Fucking assholes, man.
I saw it once, right? It was like, yeah, internet, stupid shit. I seen it again. Yeah. Internet, stupid shit. I seen it again.
I think it was a big deal. Like, what the fuck?
When I read the caption, so this is what it was. Like, I went down, I was scrolling. Somebody posted a picture of the real photo, and then they did it side by side with the statue.
Okay.
It didn't make any. It made sense to me then, but then it was like, bro, really, that $10 million, and that's what you guys could come up with?
Yeah. Well, and then there's like a city planner. Not just one dude was like, hey, this will be a good idea. You know what I mean? Where it's like, what the fuck? I'm just curious, dude. As a goofy white motherfucker, I was like, "What is this shit?"
That's
this
what
offends me. Like, am I allowed to be offended?
That's what all black people were saying. Like, yo, that's how I
immediately called all my black friends. I'm like, "Hey, man, what do you think of this shit?
Did you see it? Like, nah, that's
they're like, it's all bullshit. Well, that's what I'm saying. I was like, what the fuck, man?
No details, no nothing.
Like a bust, like a shoulder to head, right? That's classy. Like, it never fails. Like, just do that.
It just looked like a fucked up ceramics project.
Yeah,
that's what it looked
like.
Like
Salvador Dali was like a surrealist painter and did statues like that where they're like trippy and weird, which is fine to do that. But it's like this was to commemorate like Dr. King. Like,
right.
You should just go right down Main Street with that. Like I said, like just make it a fucking beautiful bust of his face of what he looks like and just. Here, Dr. King, you know what I'm saying?
I want my money back for $10 million. Give me my money. Who you did that? Give it back, bro.
The taxpayer. I think where the fuck was it? Atlanta or something? I can't remember where the fuck it was, but that's
I
a
can't
good point.
remember either. But
the taxpayers should get some fucking
yeah, I
money
need
back
my
for that
money
shit.
back. Because after I saw it, I was like, see, this is again with the bullshit. Again with the bullshit.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how many white guys approve this fucking bullshit? One lonely black dude in the back, like, I don't think this is gonna go over well.
And do you think comedy can exist to an extent? Do you think comedy can exist without racism? Because I don't think it can.
What do you mean by it? Like if racism just wasn't a thing anymore?
Let me see. How do I? This was literally like a freestyle question. I mean, like,
yeah, no. Yeah, like, do you mean if like, because there's always going to be racial tension. I think like comedians do a good job of kind of pointing out how silly a lot of that stuff is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I think comedy does a really good, like, or at least good comedy should operate in an area that's like
kind of like merges everything together. Because I'm not racist at all, but I will compare like my
this
lifestyle.
is usually where a white guy says some racist stuff. I'm not racist at all, but let me talk about insert minority group.
It's always hey bro, no, I'm not racist or anything, but
yeah, I get that a lot.
Why do you guys like chicken so much? It's like, bro,
answer the question. No.
It's like, wait, you don't like chicken? Like, no, bro, I love chicken.
Joke,
it's like, okay, so let me ask you the same thing.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the Chappelle joke from long ago, and yeah, no, I think it operates in just society and pointing out. I mean, yeah, some of the best jokes are that type of shit.
Yeah,
like, I think a good, like, being Jewish. Like, I hear a lot of, they're not even jokes; they're just like comments about Jewish people that are ignorant. Let's say, but it's like if I got mad at every person that made a stupid comment about Jewish people, like, I'd have very few friends, and I'd always, not always, but like I'd be offended a lot more. So a lot of the time, I just like let that shit go.
How do you feel about sensitive comics?
They're not gonna make it.
Okay.
Like, I mean,
we're in agreement there.
Yeah, if you're an open micer and you're coming to open mics and you're offended,
it's not the place for you.
I mean, I guess it really. I mean, I'm not saying don't be offended, but it's just like, yeah, it's just weird because when you hear like what people talk about comedy, you think people are real sensitive, but you come into an open mic, people say some pretty wild shit, and it's. I mean, I don't get offended. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll hear Jew comments, like jokes. If somebody's going for a joke, I'll always give. Maybe not always, but I'll. I'll try to give them the benefit of the doubt, like they're going for a joke.
Right.
Some of that shit. I mean, like, you're like obviously fucking black. Like, a dude looking like me doing a. I mean, I do some fucking stupid hacky jokes that, like, I mean, are right on the line, but they're so goddamn silly. I don't know, man. Like, I don't mind it. I think you should do it. Like, my favorite comedians are like Louis C.K. and Tom Segura and Bill Burr and Carlin, Chappelle. They're not afraid to kind of venture into that area. If that makes sense. Like, I don't want to directly offend you. That's not what I'm shooting for, but I definitely want to, like, kind of make you think about some shit.
Definitely will make you understand.
Yeah.
Like, this is what it is, and this is why it is, and it's like, it just somehow, some way, it works. Mm-hmm. They're geniuses at it. I'm trying to get to that level.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like anytime I start thinking I'm good at it, I'll go watch an old Chappelle or old Bernie Mac's, like one of my favorites. And it's like, Mac's a fucking perfect example. Bernie Mac, dude, one of my favorite stand-up specials of all time is Kings of Comedy. And he murders for like 20, 30 minutes. And like most of that material now is not okay.
Yeah,
it's completely inappropriate.
I can't stand it.
What do you mean now? Like how?
Yeah, I don't like how sensitive things are right now.
Well, it's just
it is what it is, but
yeah. But that's what I mean. Like the Bernie Mac thing came out like 20 years ago, and he says a lot of like.
Is the milk and cookies? Yeah.
So you know the bit. Like people don't know the bit. It's like I haven't watched it in many years, but I know how hard I laughed as a young kid at that.
Yeah.
And I just know now if that same thing happened and came out, it would
He'd get canceled.
Canceled or whatever that means.
It kind of reminded me of when Chris Rock was he's like, with the Gwen Stefani reference, when he was like, if I'm in the car and I'm singing and dancing, I don't like saying the F word, but he's like, if I'm if I'm acting like one and I'm looking like one, then I mean, hey, if you call me that, then oops.
Right.
But if you just saying it just to say it, you're wrong. You know, he talks about the context in which the word is used. That's what it was. I almost want to quote it, but if he said that today, even with his context being correct, he'd probably get canceled. He'd probably get slapped again.
Yeah, I mean, Chris is one of those great comedians that's like allowed to. I don't want to say allowed, but like Louis C.K. If you look at some of the stuff he said, like he's used hard N, like several times.
That's how I found out about him.
To Chris Rock, and I was like, I didn't like that thing, but it doesn't make me think that Louis is a horrible racist person. If that makes sense, like I don't know
everybody drops the ball sometimes, you know?
Right. Well, I don't know how you feel about it. I mean, some people are more sensitive, but it's like I said, what I was saying about like everyone making like kind of like Jewish comments or like you make a fucking thing. It's like I don't think you hate Jews because you've said like this guy's being a Jew and like meaning he's cheap. It's like I don't think you hate Jews. I mean, that's a fucking shitty thing to say, but it's like same with like a white dude who says the N-word. It's like, is he racist? I mean, that's not a cool thing to say, but it's like. Does that make sense? You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to justify a racist piece
never.
Of shit.
I understand 1,000% because at least like now, it's 2022. Like if you were born in 2005, you were what? You're 17 years old, and your favorite artist, for the most part, is probably a black artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So for the little white boy that's never been anywhere, and he's listening to his favorite rapper, and he goes outside. And he just sees a bunch of black dudes that looks so cool.
Fucking bold though.
You know, like, oh shit, oh snap, they look cool. What's up, my niggas?
Really?
Like, yeah, man. I mean, you know, that's cool, right? It's cool.
No.
And it's like,
well, that's what
you don't get out a lot, huh? That's gonna be my question now, because when I was younger, people were getting punched in the face. But now that I'm older, if it was just a younger guy, I'd probably just ask him, like, have you ever been outside before? You haven't been outside before, huh?
Yeah, well, that's cool. Like, that's what I mean, to explain it to him instead of just, like, cracking him. I think cracking him is also fair, though. Like, as a white dude, I don't know if you ever saw that clip in a fucking gas station. They're in the I don't know where the fuck they are, but there's this white fool, this country-ass white fool, and this big old black fool, and they're squaring off, and another black fool steps in and is like, no, don't fight. But then the white fool's like, no, I live for the shit. Da da da, like ha 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 ha. Yeah, and the other dude just steps out of the way and like lets the fight happen. And the dude fucking lights that fool up, and it's like, yeah, that's exactly. So to me, it's just like, okay, he said it, he got knocked the fuck out, and when the cop comes, no foul. Like everyone just that's my opinion. Shit.
Yeah, Cat Williams' voice shouldn't have been talking shit.
Cat's the fucking greatest dude. I love Cat. He's so fucking funny. But I just mean, like, you can be sensitive, and I'm not saying, like, say you heard a dude say the fucking N-word on stage, and your reaction is like, fuck that guy, I don't want anything to do with him. You're that's how you feel, and, you know.
Those are probably on stage. That's probably, like, hey, bro, you've never been outside, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so after this, I mean, I'm not trying to set you up, but after this, go find a bigger one than me.
Yeah, right.
And go say it. An older guy. He's gonna learn you something.
That's what I mean. Like I come from kind of like an old school mentality of like, if you can talk shit, but like you'll get smacked in the fucking face. So again, I'm not justifying the use of the N-word. That's not what I don't want this fucking point to be taken. The original point was like, are you offended? It's like, I'm not offended, but depending on the context, you know, like. I have heard white comedians use the N-word on stage, and it's like, yikes, dude. And I've never seen it work. I've never used that word. Like, if I'm singing fucking, I don't know if you saw the Kendrick Lamar thing, he rolled a white girl up on stage, and they were singing the song together, and she was, like, tricked into saying the N-word, and then they stopped the concert. It was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And it's like... Okay, she shouldn't have said it, but it's like you know what I'm saying? Like to your point,
exactly.
It's like you're like grew up on DMX, and it's just like you're singing along, and it's like I'm not real. Like I like, you know what I mean? Like it's like I don't know. Again, I'm not justifying the use of the word. I think you shouldn't use it, but it's like, if it slips out, that doesn't mean,
Okay, so as a black man, right? My black people might get me for this, but
no,
honestly, like I don't even. I'm not gonna say I don't care because again, it all goes back. It all goes back to the context,
right?
But I mean, if people say it, people say it. I might say like, if I don't say it to you, don't say it to me,
right?
But for me, it's like if I do say it to you, then you might be able to slip a couple in there here.
As a white dude, see that's the thing. I find it's a huge compliment to me when and it doesn't always happen. It's very rare, but it's happened a few times where a black gentleman I've met. I don't know why I fucking call him black. That's
what he is.
No, but what I mean is like I'm a black gentleman, black dude. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to make it proper.
That's what he is. I got my Mexican friends, my white friends. Hey, look, I got one of my Chinese friends. Like,
no, but what I mean is like he called me then with like, "What's up, my?" And it's like, and I was like, "Hell yeah, dude! Like, that's tight." Like I will not reciprocate like my dude, like because that's like kind of on the line. Like Hannibal Buress, one of my favorite comedians, has this thing like, I don't like when white dudes call me brother. Like it's like diet.
Oh,
and it's like
okay.
I call almost like Hulk Hogan style every like brother. Like I don't mean it that way. I just like, hey, thanks, bro. Like, and it's like, so if you were like somebody that was offended, like I didn't mean it that way. I could call almost like, hey, dude, brother. Like so.
This is the thing. Yeah. This is the thing with us. So it's the. If you say if we never met, you're like, hey, how you doing, brother? It's weird because you could say brother with a hard R, and it's like that's fine. Like, hey, how you doing, brother? Like that's more universal or universal.
But if it brother like me
with an A at the end, it's like, wait, hold on. See, that's what you mean. We take it as you're trying.
Okay, that's what's going to be my question. Because like it'll come out sometimes, where I'll just like. And again, I don't mean like it's just kind of in my vernacular. I grew up in California, like,
right?
Dude, brother, like what? It's like surfer lingo more, and that's not true. I grew up playing basketball. I had a lot of black friends, so it's like I don't.
So it's natural to you. We can always just.
Well, that's what I mean. But then like sometimes like it'll come out and be like, oh, it's kind of like to your point. Where it's like I maybe have used it, but like because brother, like hey brother. Like that's like you're fucking kind of good. Like, hey brother, like coming up, like that's like the black dude doing the white guy voice.
Yeah, it's like as weird as it sounds, that's acceptable.
Yeah,
but if you say brother,
dude, even in this day and age,
that's everywhere.
Like I'll call chicks dude.
Yeah,
hey,
that's
up,
fine.
Dude?
Yeah,
because to me, it's like dude has become this.
It's so universal.
It's universal, and to me, like even. With a lot of people that get offended by pronouns. Like if you get offended by pronouns, dude, I'm not going to talk to you.
I can't
like
do it.
Whatever, I don't mind. Like whatever you identify, I don't give a fuck. Because that's where I'm coming from. I was raised that way. I don't give a shit at all. Yeah, you've heard my comedy. Like I don't give a fuck at all.
It's like Brandon.
We do gay club. I don't care at all. But to me, what bothers me is like even when a doctor does it, right? It's like I don't know if you ever met somebody who's like, it's actually doctor. It's like, dude, go fuck yourself.
Excuse me.
Correcting how I fucking greet you, unless it's offensive, right? Where it's like, but again, like I don't. That's what I mean. It's like I don't mind it. What's up, cool man?
What's up, man?
I need snacks, Dad.
What's up? What you need? Oh, we'll do that later. You never know what you're gonna get on the Realquicctho podcast.
This isn't live, is it?
Loud?
Live. Like,
oh no!
People are watching this right now.
Nah, it's not live.
We can fix that in post, baby.
Yeah, pretty much.
What I like. But I say dumb shit, I can be like, delete that.
I almost forgot what we were talking about, but
no.
You said the time limit was like an hour.
Yeah.
48 minutes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, 48 minutes.
Thank you. But yeah. So brother, like, that's how I feel. Like how you feel about dude. That's how I feel about brother. Brother's like
the ER
universal.
Though. So it's the opposite of hard R. It's
exactly.
hard R and brother.
Exactly.
Take fucking notes. If you're fucking listening to this shit, this man said it. Okay?
That's how it is.
I run my racist shit by my black friends. That's how you fucking do it. Huh?
It was like, yeah, what's up, brother? It's like,
see, that's what I mean. Like that's why it's important. Yeah.
Brother, it just comes off
I'm
as
guilty
you
of that.
trying,
That's what I'm saying.
Know?
Like, yeah, but also to me, the ER comes off as like goofy white dude, which I don't give a fuck because like I think you don't know me too well, but it's like I feel like I do okay with all groups of people because like I'm a goofy white motherfucker. Like the George Carlin lines. Like, if you're a goofy white motherfucker, be a goofy white motherfucker. Just own it. I occupy that space.
1000%.
I live in it. I appreciate other cultures. Like, my wife's Mexican. I love Mexican culture. Very involved in. Like, not involved in. I live in fucking Oxnard. Dude.
Right.
My daughter's name tattooed on my hand, dude. Like,
Right.
So it's just. But again, I'm a goofy white motherfucker. I don't try to be anything else. And
Same.
like, and I
Same.
ask my
It's
black
exhausting.
friends or Mexican friends, like, as a goofy white motherfucker, I did this or like this happened. Like, I feel like people may be too afraid to have those conversations out of fear of, I don't want to be offensive. Like, just what we're saying here, like your point as, and you said your other black friends could get on you, but it's like, I hate when whether it's a black person or a Jewish person, or it's like that one person speaks for the whole community, if that makes sense. Like, you're an individual and you have your individual opinions. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what offends you may not offend somebody
right.
else. So,
like what, you let them get it, like, and that kind of goes back to what I was saying too. Like, when it comes to the N-word, it's like, it's only offensive if you give the power to it.
That's a good point.
I can sit here all day long and say, if somebody called me the hard R, I would just laugh at them, because, like, bro, nobody even does that anymore.
It is rough. I don't see, that's the thing. As a white dude, like, what's fucked up is, like, a lot of the time when, like, whether I hear a lot more shit about Mexicans, I guess.
Oh yeah, because they're trying to take it. Yeah, I said it.
As a white dude, how you were saying earlier, it's like, I'm not racist, but it's like other white dudes will come up to me and, like, say shit like
if
that.
You start off with "I'm not racist," chances are you're racist as fuck.
Well, I think when you look like me, like, it's like you could be confused. Like, oh, this white dude's gonna think some racistly ignorant things. I'm like, no, I'm not your ally here.
10:30. Okay. There was one guy. I'm not gonna lie. He was kind of big. He was a big dude. He popped up at Gigi's one time. Just big, bald, white dude. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We have a bad reputation. If you're a balding white male, dude, you better go out of your way to not seem racist.
And then, like, okay, so when he got on stage, he was aggressive, but it wasn't the funny aggressive. He was just like, yeah, man, I mean, yeah. I'm like, yo, I was just waiting for it. I was like, if he's gonna say it and I'm gonna laugh, but he was just this juiced up guy. Just like, yeah, man, and then another thing.
Yeah.
And then one more, and then one day it was niggers, and I was like, oh,
whoa.
yeah, boom, got him.
He did say it?
Nah, he didn't say it, but that's just how it played
yikes.
off in my head. I was like, oh.
I've seen open mic, not like in that tone, but they did use the end. I don't remember if it was hard R, but
there was one. Oh my god, I forgot exactly what he said. He goes, "Hey, Julius, come here. I just thought of this joke. I want to try it."
I hope you said, "Please do."
He didn't. Oh, what did he say? He said something like, He said, oh, damn it, man. I can't remember what it was. I mean, I laughed at it because, I gave him an E for effort. It wasn't all that funny.
Yeah.
But
no, I personally laugh when I know, like, dude, when jokes don't work. Like, see, I try not to, but it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, sometimes when a dude's fucking eating shit up there, it's just like, it's funny, dude. Like, I don't always laugh because I'll laugh if I know the dude. Like, if I know them well enough and I know this won't affect them, if that makes sense. Like, if you see me eating shit at Gigi's and you giggle to yourself, certainly won't be offended. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's like me too.
And to me, I gravitate towards the people who I know will not be offended. Because especially with comedians, I need to know that this is a safe space.
Straight up.
And not like safe space, like don't touch my penis. Like, I mean, like I can say silly stuff and you're not gonna fucking lose your shit. I mean, like, and I'll usually kind of do feelers, like, when I'll do it, because if you notice, I'll do like crowd work and I'll bounce it off of other comedians because that's who's in the audience. But if they get offended, you can see when somebody gets offended.
Big time.
Like, you can see them pull back, and it's like, okay, that was just a feeler. And if they're fucking getting, because Theo Blue, dude, like, I could say anything to that fucking guy. Like, that guy is, I got no problem talking to Theo. Like, you don't have to worry about, like, oh, he's gonna be weird. Like, when there's a big enough setting of all the comedians, like, I feel like hesitant to bounce ideas off of them.
Yeah, there's I have my handful of.
Yeah. You'll learn that too. Like you were saying, how Jake and Artie and me are like kind of like the crew or whatever. It's just like those guys I've trusted a long time. Like I know, like if I say something to them, they're not gonna go like saying something behind people's backs or like gossipy, because it can get kind of gossipy and like drama where it's like we don't need that, dude. We're focusing on jokes and performing.
I know a little more than what I'm supposed to know, especially being a new guy. So it's like,
yeah, I would just stay out of that, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I stay out of that. I stay out of like the compliments are nice and all that, but even when like the negative stuff, it's like you kind of just have to like I'm gonna do this. This is what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Like this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna like if I don't get acceptance at Gigi's, it's like, yeah, dude, it's Gigi's on a Wednesday,
right? Like
it's like, well, you know, it sucked, but it's just like, hey, dude, I still have the kid. I have my wife. Like I have to remind myself, dude, because you know you have that negative talk. Like,
yep,
I'm a fucking loser, man. Like, what am I doing? I'm 36. Like I'm not like I'm an open micer. Da da da. But it's like, no, I've accomplished other things outside of this, and it still means a lot. But yeah, it's a fucking hard thing, man.
Have you checked out the LA scene? Have you done comedy out there?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's just tough. Like with having a wife and kid, like a lot of the mics are like lottery mics where they're drawing your name out of a hat. So like going down there, you know, going down there and you don't get picked. It's just like,
you just get
I didn't even get there. I didn't even get to go up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's just like, I'd rather go up and bomb and know that like, okay, well,
at least you got your time in.
Yeah, I suck. You know, on my own volition, but like getting just not picked and you're standing around all day. That's where it's like cool. Like I really like, because I'm 36. I'm a little bit, I don't want to say old, but older. Where it's like some kids are like,
you're experienced.
Well, yeah.
I'm 33.
Well, so, I mean, like some kids. I mean, they're young adults, but they're like out of college or in college when they started comedy, and they don't have like a wife or kids yet. So it's just like going to hang out at the comedy club all night and not get up. It's like, yeah, that's cool, and like fucking yeah, do that, dude. That's rad. That's something I would do when I was younger. But like now, I just can't. You know, like I can't do that. Like I'm not able to. So I do like local mics or
cause LA's far.
It's far, and it's just like if I'm gonna go there, I'd like to do because there's the slotted mics like the fourth walls and things like that like are cool to go do and get time. So I'll do a combination of those if I go. But I'll be honest, dude. Since having my baby, I can't. Like, dude, just coming to do this was like hard.
Just I bet. Like I could already see it. Oh, yeah. I just did a joke about. I kind of did a joke about pregnant girls and their hormones.
Yeah,
the pregnant girls want to have sex more than girls that are not pregnant.
Yeah, no, pregnant sex is super. Like that's super hot, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, they got that wrong and knocked up, dude. Where he's like, I don't want to bang you. It's like, dude, what are you talking about?
Because that's me. Sexy. I was like, I don't know. Like, what do I do? Because the joke was.
Okay. Yeah.
The joke was it's like you're crossing the street, right? And then there's me, and then there's the baby. Like, does the baby get the right of way, or do I just say fucking and just?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor, man. All I know is my wife was looking fucking hot. I was like, I don't give a shit. Our daughter came out fucking healthy and happy, and
I was stuck. I was torn.
I mean, it's just like now, it's like becoming a dad is like you change as a person so much, and like everyone warned me about it, but it's like. Yeah, dude, like it's fucking
It's a different kind of love. When I found out I had a daughter, it was a different kind of love. I didn't even know that type of love existed. It's literally like there's nothing that you can't and won't do for that person.
Sure.
It's fucking scared the shit out of me, honestly.
Yeah.
Like freaked me out.
Yeah, it's just dude, it's a tough thing. Like that's the thing. I remember working on this new joke about how like everyone's like, yeah, you should have kids. It's like, dude, honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love my daughter. She's the greatest. Yeah, it's so fucking difficult. Like, it's the greatest thing and the most difficult thing you're gonna do. Like, my daughter and wife were just sick at the beginning of the year, and it was so goddamn stressful and hard. Like, just to. You know, like I went to work, but then you're worrying about them, and you're at fucking work, and it's wearing on you mentally and all that, and it's just like a whole new level of life. So it's just like and then like now balancing like chasing a dream, paying the bills, like all this is like, holy shit, man! If you were 23 with no fucking wife, no fucking house payment,
go ahead, go crazy.
That's what I mean. Like to your original point, it's just like going to LA is like, yeah, dude, do it if you can. If it's just like not. it's not like with comedy, it's not a linear thing, dude. So it's just like, you know, however you get better, right? Like whether it's doing local mics or LA stuff, it's just like just focus on that. You know, because I heard Judd Apatow was giving advice. I can't remember where, but it was he said that like traveling real far to do a prestigious mic versus staying around doing a local mic and actually getting time is like more beneficial. Because if you travel all this way and don't get up, and it's like you're not going to progress.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a ton of sense.
LA's cool though, man. I mean, the Hollywood Improv and stuff, and you do meet people, but those same people will come up here and fuck with Jake and Artie. That's why it's good to know those guys and just stick around, man. That's the thing. It's not a fucking sprint. It's a fucking marathon. So just like hang around. I remember when I first started, dude. I was like, I'm gonna take 3 months off work and just like do comedy, and I'm gonna be something. Like the ball will get going. And it's like, oh no, that's not how it works. Like at all. It takes years and years and years.
I'm ready.
Your dues.
I'm ready for this ride. So far, I've got to hang out with Slink Johnson. He's infamous. He's infamous in the comedy world, and Takar Williams.
Nice, dude.
Like, and that was cool. Like, I wonder how Slink Johnson said he wants to come on the podcast, but I don't know how much he's gonna cost.
Oh, you got to pay certain dude?
I mean, I'm just assuming. I'm making an assumption.
I don't know, dude. I've never gotten into that. Like, I haven't even started reaching out to bigger names to do my show. Like, I've just been trying to learn how to do it. I mean, you got your setup fucking nice and crispy. So, like, yeah, I would definitely encourage that, dude. Like, because that's another route. I think, like, even if people aren't, like, watching the show or listening as much as you'd want, it's like, I think it's a tool to use to, like, link, like, with your buddy or, like, other bees. Like, hey, I have a show. Would you like to?
Yeah, big time.
You know what I mean? It's just, like.
Between you and Brandon, when people that we are around, when they see that you're on it, they're going to want to jump to it.
Oh, cool, man.
Because I've had, maybe like 4 or 5 comics on here?
Yeah, I watched part of the Brandon one. That's when I shot you a message like, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just fun, dude. I did my first podcast with another. He's a young dude, and he's killing. His dude's name's Galen Nash. He's in Austin these days. But I did his podcast, Barely Serious. And he's had a ton of big names.
That's a dope title.
Yeah, he's had like Mark Norman, Trevor Wallace, ton of big names, dude. And it was a lot of fun doing it with him. I was super nervous, and I feel like my episode kind of sucks because I was just so nervous. But he was a real cool dude, and I just had so much fun doing it. That's when I was like, I'm gonna do a show, and like, you know, like doing this with you, man. I'm having fun, dude. I'm married with a kid, so like my fun is doing shit like this.
You just want to sit down.
I have to build a fucking
show.
Yeah, but you have to produce a whole show to go hang out with your buddy. You know, that's my life. Like, I built a whole studio to like do what you're doing. Like, you know,
I try to get. I've done one couples podcast, just one. I want to do another one
with guests. See, that's what I mean. I don't even have it set up. Like, you got these
it was David
Freitas.
Yeah,
shout out to him. He's fucking hilarious.
I hope he's doing pretty good because he had
he got hit by a car. Poor bastard.
Yeah,
I hear he's doing okay. I hope to run it. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, same.
But he's funny as fuck. He's a really good host. I've worked with David a lot. He's a great dude. I just like. See, that's the thing. Like, there's the people on stage and how you perform, but then also off stage, like. You just meet cool people, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I've always loved art, like, whether it's, like, I was a painter, like, growing up, doing into graffiti and, like, tattoo art or any sort of art form, which I think comedy is. And it's like, I'm just a big fan. So, like, being around other artists, it's, like, inspiring and fun. Like, something like yourself, like, you're building this show.
It's super
you have your
fun.
family here, so it's like, man, it's like super inspiring. So like to me, like tonight, like I'm gonna be fired up to be like, dude, I gotta go
good.
Jokes.
That's what we want.
I gotta work on my studio. I gotta like the equipment and all. It's like, well, yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Like meeting people like yourself and other comedians. And that's why I've loved Artie and Jake so much because it's been like that. Like when I hang out with those guys, I'm fired up. I'm like, you know, even on Gigi's nights, like if the stage didn't go well, you had like hang time with other comedians, which to me is beneficial because it gets your mind thinking and working like a comedian.
That makes sense.
You know,
for me, it's just the simple fact that we're all trying to go somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like we can't. I'm getting too old to be kicking it with the guys that just like, hey, what you doing? Same thing I was doing 9 years ago. Like, you still doing that?
Yeah. We're just going to the bars getting loaded. Like we go to the bars for the comedy shows, but it's like you have even if you have a beer or two, but you're still there with a purpose. Like it's not like I'm just there Like and again, I take it more. Some people take it more serious, where it's like I'm taking it. I mean, it may not seem like it, but it's like, no, dude, this is again time away from my wife and kid, which I do like my wife and kid. I'm not one of these comedians like fuck my wife and kids. Like, no, I genuinely like being with my wife.
Yeah,
and kid.
big time.
So like when I even coming to do this, like it was like I left my wife and baby to come, and it's just like, and I don't want to say sacrifice. I'm having but it is, you know what I mean? Like to take time away from your family to chase your dream. So. Yeah, it's fun, dude. And again, having fun, I think when you're having fun on stage or on like out in the crowd with the other comedians, it translates. People like doing that, you know?
Yeah, I say it all the time. I say it 1,000 times. I love doing this. Like whether it's this or just telling jokes in front of people. Like even if they don't hit, it's like, well, I love to do it. So this is what if I don't make you laugh, I'll make you feel it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. You go like going up there with a directive and something to like say, or something. It's one of the things that like I think I don't know. Just when people go up there and like, what do you guys want to talk about? It's like, motherfucker, you have 7 minutes. Like, that's what you.
About some
well,
shit.
That's what you should have done. That like that was your homework as a comedian. It's like that's terrible crowd work. Like
I can
do you
do
guys
20 minutes
on
my whole day today.
Well, yeah, you doing 20 minutes at that Palmdale show. It's like, dude, you should be impressed with that. I hope you recorded it.
I did.
Like,
I did. I had to do it in 2 different devices.
That was the first time I did, like around that same amount of time was like I was at an open mic and they just kind of forgot about the time and like just ran. And my family members came and they like recorded the set for me and they're like, dude, you did like 17 minutes. And I was like,
that's pretty
sick. Way. Like,
yeah.
There's no way I did that, you know? And I can't remember how it was earlier on where I was like, no way, that's crazy. You know, early on enough where I was like, oh, I can do this. Cause like building time, like guys that do an hour, like I'm still like, I don't know how the fuck.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I'm not even
something else.
Close to that level of like, you know, the most time I've done is 20 minutes. Like that show you saw me at Leo's, I think I did 20. Oh, and that was like shit. I was stoked on that.
That one,
was like
I remember,
probably my favorite set I've ever
that's
done.
I remember that one specifically because like
that shit was so
the way
fun, dude.
like it was genius. you just went straight. You just went full victimized. Dude. Like you're like, oh
well, they were talking shit, and like I could either like get fucking like offended and sad, or just like lean into it. I was literally the only white dude there. Me and that other
shit, huh?
Yeah, well, it was here. It was just down the road here at the lab at the graffiti shop, and it was fucking hilarious because the other white dude was another red-faced ginger who was a security guard, sort or whatever. It was security guard. Like he didn't give a fuck. But yeah, dude. I mean, I just had fun, dude. Like I said, that was just such a fun night.
Oh, so you guys just gonna pick on me? All right, well then let's fucking have at it.
I wish I caught that second. Like, a lot of it was just fucking around.
Because anybody else would have like for me, because I'm green still. I would have folded. I would have like fuck.
I feel like the next couple comedians kind of did. I don't remember how the rest of the show went.
Yeah, I don't remember anybody else that went.
The crowd.
I just remember
got a little too hyped. Like after that, like. I came in, they were talking a lot of shit, and I rode that wave, shit. And then, yeah, I don't really remember. I remember I had a blast. That was my favorite set. Like probably the best where it was just like the jokes were hitting, and the few that didn't work, like they didn't laugh, but I was able to like.
I don't know how you did that shit, but you did it.
It was just I was just having fun, dude. That's what I mean. Like in my mind, and I heard Bill Burr say this to Tom Green a long time ago. He was complimenting Tom Green that Tom was having fun on stage when Bill saw him, and that translates to the crowd. And like the crowd will have fun if you're having fun.
Right.
Like if you're up there like with nervous, I don't want to be up there energy. Like who the fuck wants to watch that? Unless you have bangers, dude.
Right.
Like, if you have jokes that are just so goddamn good, and that's part of your persona. But then like to me, it's just if you're just like confident, like even when your joke misses, like Anthony Jeselnik is one of my favorite comedians. It's like he'll hit you with some inappropriate shit. And it's like whether or not you laugh, he's right there. He is unaffected. Louis C.K. is similar to that way, where it's like they're gonna take shots. You know, I like dudes that take shots, especially at open mics where it's like, he said what?
Wait, I got you, huh?
Like,
yeah,
I don't mean like in a racist way, just like he's just fucking like banger going for it, dude. Yeah. Where it's like inappropriate. Like some people are gonna be. Dude, to your earlier question is like, I personally am kind of shooting for that. Where it's like, if you're fucking, don't come here. We're Gigi's, dude. Where the fuck are you that you're offended?
We are. It's rough around here.
Or it's just, dude, you're in a dive bar. People are snorting drugs in the bathroom. Shut the fuck up. Like, you're gonna worry if I said like. And again, I don't mean like being a dickhead. Like that's a different thing. You know what I mean? Like going into a territory that's taboo to talk about is one thing, but just being a dickhead, like about that, I didn't see that said of that like angry white dude, but it's just like. If it's not like I don't know if it's just angry and not fun.
Yeah, like I don't know how to.
That energy sucks.
My finger on it. He was just like,
angry. I've seen it.
Yeah, man, it's like joke time.
Yeah.
Like,
he just really likes Bill Burr. It's like, well, this is how Bill Burr does it. He says things really angry. It's like, no, Bill's like a fucking wordsmith. It's really genius.
I know I said I wasn't gonna name drop, but I'm gonna name drop this guy. Swaka kills me when he doesn't get a laugh. That dude.
Yeah. I don't want to talk too much shit either, but we got into it one night at a mic.
Uh-oh.
Like not physically, but just like he said some shit, and I'm like, get the fuck,
I think I was there, and he kept like hugging you.
Yeah, I don't like that, and I try to explain it to him nicely, like, hey, dude, because I grew up like I wasn't.
Yeah,
I don't know about
up.
you, dude, but like I was like
way.
Male affection, like, dude, really weirds me out, and not that I don't mean like.
Not like he's not saying like the gay stuff. He doesn't mean
No, just like hugging, or just even hugging other people. Like I wasn't raised too affectionately, and like the shit weirds me out, dude. Like someone dude like puts his arm around you and just lingers it there. It's like I'm not. I think that's what happened. Where I'm like, hey man, like. Yeah. What? Yeah, you were there. That's right. You were fucking right there, and I was super fucking nice about it. But he's still like kind of.
And I was just watching. I was watching, and I was like.
But it was weird, right? Like I remember you left. I remember you cut out. I remember this now. You were standing right there, and we were having a nice conversation. And he came up and did that, and I'm like, "Hey man, can you take your arm?"
Yeah,
and you took off because the energy got weird.
Yeah, because then it turned into.
No,
hey, man, I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to.
Thought he accused me of being like racist, like the white guy. You don't like the white guy? I was like, I'm talking to.
I was like, here we go.
I'm talking to.
Hey, I'll catch you guys later.
Yeah, you did that, but I'm like, all right, man, because he did that a couple times now, where he's like pulled the like race card on me. I'm like, dude, don't do that. Like with me, like I'm a little sensitive to that. Like
I don't blame you
because it's like looking like me. I get it. Where other white dudes like, hey, man, let me bounce the racist shit. I was like, nah, dude, no. So please don't.
Yeah, back up. You're in
the. All due respect to Schwak, like I like him. He's a nice dude, but it's just like he's a bit much sometimes.
He gotten a lot better. I'll give him that. He's gotten a lot better.
He's a bit much.
But I do the Drunken Stoner, he ends up being shouted out every show. He went ham on him one day at Gigi's.
I don't think I ever met homie.
Not shit.
Thought he was from he's not from Palmdale?
He's from somewhere in LA.
Oh, okay.
He actually hit me up today about a show in Santa Clarita, March 4th.
Fuck yeah.
So maybe we can get you guys connected. I think that'll be cool. Like
he's a Jewish guy.
He has to go top tier. He has to be one of the not like the last.
No,
when you go last, people like aren't there. But
that's cool.
Sweet, I'm gonna tell him to add you to the because there's like this huge comedian group chat on Instagram. Brandon's in it. Kiana was in it, but she's out now because she went to Hawaii.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that about? That shit. Hey, go ahead. Hey, I see you, Kiana. Do your shit. That shit came out of the blue for me. It was like, because she was supposed to do the damn You were supposed to do the damn podcast, Kiana. You left me. My heart hurts now.
Oh, you'll be all right.
You'll be fine.
You should get Amy on here, dude. She's fucking hilarious. You know Amy? Amy Trout?
Shit. Wait.
She did. Yeah, she's really funny, dude.
Is she a regular?
I mean, she was running I don't know if you were at the mic over at the Fatty Vegan for a while.
Okay, no.
That was her mic. See, that's where I dude, with the kid, dude, my frame of like how many months and it's all fucked up, dude. But no, Amy's real funny. I've worked with her quite a bit. She's fucking hilarious. Her and Artie used to date, like when I first started doing comedy.
Oh no shit. Well, hey, that's what we're all here for. Let's get connected.
She'd be really cool. I'll link you guys. She's really fucking funny. One of my and not just female. I don't mean female comedian. I mean one of my favorite comedians in the 805. She's fucking hilarious. But Justin's hilarious. You were talking about getting he's fucking hilarious.
Oh, Justin, you're next. Yeah. I'm gonna hit him up
hilarious,
sometime tomorrow.
Yeah, I think Justin honestly is one of the best joke writers. Like I was saying,
yeah,
it's like his jokes are fucking great.
I like how he just lets it linger. He just be like, he'll say a joke, and he'll just. I mean, I guess I'll say this one, and it's just fucking hilarious to me. And then he just hits you like just boom. He hits you with this joke, and then you're just dying laughing. He's like, it's about these kids that I teach. They're all just.
Yeah, that's true too. He is a teacher.
Should I say it?
Yeah, Justin's one of my favorite comedians as well. And
fuck these kids.
Yeah, he's been around. I think longer than me. That's what I mean. The people who've been around the longest time, you kind of just know them, dude. That's what I mean.
I'm starting to see experience.
Amy's been around. Justin's been around. Like Artie, Jake, like they've been around longer than me. I've been around 4 years, and that's what I mean. Most people either will move away or like kind of stop. If what some people like myself, like I'm here, dude. I got a wife and kid and house and job.
I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Not anytime soon. Yeah, I looked into Austin, but then.
Are you doing
everyone's
that too?
going there.
Everybody's going there.
No, I'm just looking. I like to go on Zillow and look at shit I can't afford.
I'm looking. I'm really like considering. And if we don't go to Texas, we might end up in Riverside.
Okay.
But it's I'm not gonna stop doing comedy. I'm gonna keep doing comedy. This is something that I'm actually good at, from what people tell me. But
that's what I was saying. Like, dude, it's great to get the compliments, but just that first thing you said, just focus on that. Like, I'm doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this because like we had COVID my first year in. Like that was like we were off. I was like, oh man, we can't do comedy. We started doing park mics. So like I've had to take big. Every time I thought like the ball was rolling. Like that big show I told you about, there's like 350 people.
It's a lot of
right after that COVID happened. Like it was done. So it was like every time.
It's a culture shock.
Well, that's what I mean. I just feel like every time there's been like a roll, or it's like, hey, the ball's rolling, like things are cooking, and it's just like, hold on, wife's pregnant, or hey, hold on.
It's always something.
So it's like a marathon. That's what I've just come. Like I'm gonna do this either way. So I'm not gonna put like a time limit. Like, hey, in 2025, I want to be fucking famous, opening da da da. Like. I've kind of stopped thinking that way of just being like I like doing this. I'm having fun. Meeting people, doing shit like this is fun, and I like doing comedy. Dude. It's just a fun art form. I love fucking writing jokes and like going to do them, and then people are like, dude, you're funny. So it's like it's validation for like, yeah, man,
it's cool. A good feeling.
And I never think I'm the best. I just think like the competitive. I don't know if you played sports growing up. It's just like. To me, as competitive as like there's a lineup. It's like I want to be the funniest, like whether it's open mic or whatever. So it's like, and again, I don't want to sound like a dick, but it's just like I am shooting for that. That makes sense.
What lit that fire for me was when I saw Denise Carter. We did a card together.
Oh, Denise, I've worked with Denise. She's real cool.
Thirsty Ox. That was actually my first. Shout out to Artie. That was my first paid show.
Yeah, 36 is fucking sick.
When I saw her do 20 minutes and the way she did it, I was all like, boom, that's what I'm going for.
Denise is Denise, I would love to have talked to Denise more. Like we were hanging out a little bit. And she's fucking great, dude. She's been around a while and she's
got to do the show.
Yeah, that'd be probably a great. Again, I've only met her a few times and kind of more in passing, but she's always been real nice to me and cool. I would love to be on one of her shows and work with her sometime. But yeah, I've seen her around since I started, and again, it's like I was saying earlier, it's like there's the on stage person that you can see and you're like, oh, this person's rad, but then when they're off stage too, they're like real personable and nice, and it's always like, That's what I always try to do. It's just like there's the person on stage, right? Like that persona. Like you're saying, like I'm aggressive and fucking kind of a dick.
It fucked me up when I talked to you. I was like, oh shit.
It's way different, right?
I get it.
Yeah.
That one fucked me up.
It's a version of me, right? But it's not like I'm not that all the time.
Because I would imagine that to be exhausting. Because I have friends that are just mad all the time.
It's exhausting.
But they're tired all the time. Like, fuck, man. No, I can't do this. It's like, bro, because you just sat here and you got mad because you wanted 6 ice cubes in your drink and you got 12. So now you're just upset about that. Like,
That's the thing. Like mine, it makes sound, but it's not angry. It's just emphatic. If that makes sense. Like
it sounds like angry, confused. Like what? I don't know, man.
It's just excitable. It's excitable.
Okay, that's a better
it's
word.
Like, when I've used real anger, like I have come up there, like where something happened where I'm angry, like during the something happened before a set. Like I'm not gonna go into detail, but it's like something happened, and then you take that up on stage, and now you are genuinely angry. It's like it doesn't work.
Okay, I was just about to, because I would
real.
feel that. I'd be like, wait, something's really.
You
going
do.
on
That's
here.
what I'm saying. Like when I was real anger, or real like a real other emotion other than the performance thing. It doesn't come out right. It comes out. Like I've yelled at a woman at Gigi's, told her to go fuck herself.
Oops.
I asked Ashley, I'm like, hey, do you know them? And she's like, no. I'm like, you can go fuck yourself. And it's like, all the comedians thought it was hilarious because it wasn't a fucking joke. But yeah, she couldn't understand why I said it, and even though she heckled every, like I was like eighth, and she heckled every fucking person.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? No one fucking addressed
guns
it.
blazing.
Like, yeah, it was terrible. Like I was bombing, and because there was nothing. Anyway, it's like I told her to go fuck her, and she was an older lady.
I would have got her. I would have got her ass.
I was no joke. It was just to go fuck yourself. Like Ashley, do you know, like the bartender? Like, do you know them? Like they locals? Because if they came all the time, like, I don't have a right to tell them. But it's like I feel like I've been going there 4 years, almost every fucking Wednesday. So it's like, yeah, fuck you, man. Like I look forward to this. You know what's fucked up?
Yeah.
You know what's really fucked up is every time I get really excited for a mic, it's the worst.
No, why?
I don't know. I think it's like when I just go there, the nights where I'm like, I don't want to go. It's like working out sometimes. Like working out in the gym, where it's just like those nights, usually it's packed and there's fucking like the gods are like, oh, this motherfucker is excited tonight. He's going to do comedy, his dream. And then you get there and it's like 4 sad comedians and 4 sad drunks.
That's something else I had to learn
it's
too.
Like, God
like,
damn it.
But that's kind of what made me what I am as far as like not caring anymore. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna pretend that there's 90,000 people in here. If I don't get a laugh, those 90,000 people in my head are laughing.
In your head, that's cool, dude.
Like it's oh fuck. Like my last set that I did at Gigi's, it's posted. I went like almost 10 minutes just talking about how I can sit here and talk all this shit and give you guys these grade A jokes and nobody's gonna laugh. You guys don't give a fuck about me. And I was getting laughs. But there was some points in that set where they were proving my point, and that just made it even funnier.
Yeah. Well, no, they don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, you're getting offended. Like, your earlier question was like, you're coming here getting offended. It's like, you should see the nights where no one gives a fuck. Like, you could say literally anything on stage, and, like, no one's listening anyway, you know? So, yeah, it's just a tough thing, dude. Like I was saying, it's not linear. So those nights you go and there's only 4 fucking people, it's like, yeah, did I get better? Was that joke not funny, or is there just no fucking people here?
Yeah, they just don't care.
Yeah, it's a fucking hard thing we're doing, man. That's for sure.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so this is like, this part right here, this is what I like. Okay, so every podcast, I have a shout out. I have an honorary shout out of the episode. This is your show, right? This is your episode, but I'd like to give everybody, I like to give credit when credit is due. People get their props on my show.
Yeah, go ahead.
So tonight's shout out, you heard his name already. He's in my top 3. We're going to get him on here soon. Jake Gallo, you are a fan favorite of mine. You, from what I've been hearing, you're also a good dude, and I always look forward to...
The verdict's still out on that.
Right.
I think Jake's a piece of shit. No,
me, you, him, and Brandon, we got to do one. I'm gonna skip.
Sure, that'd be a lot of fun.
We got to do one.
That would be fun, dude. Because Jake... Yeah, go ahead. Got it. Yeah, no, I love Jake. He's fucking great.
Jake,
Brandon
Gallo, so you're the man. We're going to be seeing you soon. And back to me saying this is my least favorite part of the show. Now you understand why I said this could be a 2.5 hour podcast.
Yeah, dude, it's a skill. The podcast thing is like a whole nother, like stand up comedy is separate than this, like interviewing.
We might have to do a part 2.
Anytime, dude.
We might have to do a part 2.
Well, I'll get you over at my studio.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
Setup,
that was the other thing for sure. Yeah. I'm pulling up. Hey, what you watching? You finna be watching this.
Yeah, what you watching on the YouTubes?
I'm pulling up, channel. Yo. I am pulling up.
It's gonna be similar to this, and I also have my buddy who I grew up with. His name's Dave. We just like talking about movies and fucking shows and comic books. Honestly, we're two 35-year-old goofy white dudes. That
man, I love it.
Like comic books.
I'm a goofy ass black dude. I love it. Yeah. I love all that shit.
Yeah, it's just goofy. It's just fun, and again, you're not going to hear anything about politics or any. It's about movies and podcasts and like the shit we like, you know.
Yeah, I didn't even look. Honestly, this was just the tip of the iceberg. So we're definitely gonna have to do a part 2.
Oh man, I could do this for a few more hours too.
Big time.
It's
getting late.
Yeah, man.
Anything. I don't even want to ask this because we're gonna do a part 2. But
sure.
Any shows coming up? Any?
Oh no, with me, no, dude. I don't have anything booked right now other than I've been working on the YouTube thing, just because like getting out doing comedy's been a little slow with the baby.
Yeah.
I'm starting to come out more. They were sick for like 2 fucking weeks. It was brutal. But I've been building that YouTube thing and putting clips up there.
Oh yeah, them shorts. You get the views on the shorts. I
did okay, dude. That's honestly, man. I wasn't expecting that. It was kind of cool because some videos got like 2,000 views and others got like 3.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So it's like
nuts.
I don't really understand. That's the other thing. I'm really technically. I grew up playing sports and wasn't into video games and like
not
tech
technical,
stuff
literal. Technology
all,
literal.
So like it's a big learning curve for me. Like a lot of the first shit has just been learning. So but yeah, dude, if anything I could say is just like if you come check out the YouTube channel.
Big time. I'm subscribed.
Thanks, man.
Yep, tell them.
Yeah. Gigi's on Wednesday in Ventura, and then Patty's on Thursday. Open mics, get a beer. And then there's always shows popping up, dude. The Pizza Chief.
Yeah,
rumored
that's right.
to be on one of those coming up, or
I need to check
one of
out.
Jake's shows. But yeah, dude, follow Mr. Gallo. Back to your point, Gallo's great. Him and Artie are 2 of the greatest producers. Denise too does a great job producing.
If I remember, I'm gonna put all the where is it gonna be at? It's gonna be it's gonna be
lower
right there somewhere.
Yeah,
it'll be there.
Yeah,
but we could do this all night.
No, this has been a lot of fun, man. Thank you so much for having me, dude. Yeah. Yeah,
we're gonna talk off the camera.
Yeah,
we're gonna get into it. We're gonna do your show.
Absolutely.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm supposed to interview Jake this week, so it's funny you've been kind of easily segued that. I'm interviewing him this week in the new studio space I built out.
No way, man! Hey, I want to be there live. When are you gonna do that one?
Oh, dude, it's fucking smaller than this setup, dude. There's it's literally like a corridor with one camera.
It works.
It's like a tool shed, dude. It's nothing fancy. But yeah, dude, no, I'm gonna do the thing, and I only have fucking 2 mics. My setup's so fucking. I'm gonna have to you come over and teach me some shit.
I got you. Look, we'll make it happen.
You got multiple mics and shit.
We'll make it happen.
'Cause I can only have 1 guest.
We'll definitely make it happen. I got you.
Hell yeah, dude.
We're all in this together.
Yeah, dude, I really appreciate that. And thank you for all the compliments, man. You've been really cool. And shout out to the missus for hosting. She's great. Cooking up that fire food.
Hey, Tina. Hey,
thank
Tina.
you. Yeah. Shout out to it.
On that note, this has been another beautiful addition to the channel. Make sure, remember, what you're watching on YouTube. Don't just go watch, but go subscribe and go like. You guys know I love what I do. I love it with all my heart. I think it's safe to say the same about this gentleman. And we're going to end it how I always end it. You cannot fall if you don't trip.
Hell yeah, man.
Peace.
Thanks again, dude.
Of course.
It's a lot of fun.